Gold and Blue Dude back with another video for y'all today. I've already done one video, but I had to do another one. This was a big one. So if you're a college football fan, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. The off season is long, but I'm here to get you through it. Don't forget to check out our Patreon page. A lot of time and effort going into that. And I call my Patreons the shot callers because I let them call the shots. We also have a great website designed and created by Joey Foster. 8 great writers led by our head writer, Michael Walker. And I can't forget about our merchandise store. A lot of great stuff over there. Look, I've admitted this many times. College football is a sickness of mine. It is a disease. This is my outlet. And even though I've already made one video, I had to do another one because this was a big deal. Okay, we already know that wide receiver Jordan Addison for the Pitt Panthers has entered the transfer portal. He is in the transfer portal, so don't tell me otherwise because that is a fact. Well, this week he was spotted working out with Bryce Young in California. And the 3 top choices for Jordan Addison is USC, Alabama, and Texas. So 2 of those teams are represented right in that sentence that I just said. USC is still being represented because it was in California where he worked out with Bryce Young. And then, of course, Alabama being represented because Bryce Young is Alabama's quarterback. Does that mean that Texas is eliminated? It probably does. Sorry, Texas fans, but that probably means that you've been eliminated from Jordan Addison's list. Sorry, I can't really say that with a straight face. Horns down. I mean, sorry, Texas. I just don't feel bad for you. Now, we already know that Pat Narduzzi is furious with Lincoln Riley, the new head coach of USC, because he thinks there is tampering going on and that Lincoln Riley lured Jordan Addison into the transfer portal and he's trying to get him at USC. That might be the truth, but the fact of the matter is there's nothing we can do about it because I've looked into this tampering thing. There's no rules to regulate this situation. So he can tamper all day long and he can get away with it too. We might not like it, but it is what it is. There's no rules. He's not going to be punished for this. So get mad all you want, Pitt fans, and I can actually empathize with you on that one, but only for like 5 seconds, guys, because of Akeem Mesidor, but there's nothing you can do about it. Trust me, I've looked into it. So it looks like Lincoln Riley is over there at USC building a pretty good team over there. He's already got Caleb Williams, one of the top transfers in the 2022 college football transfer portal, and Jordan Addison was ranked the number 5 player overall in the 2022 transfer portal. Last year, 100 receptions for 1,593 yards and 17 touchdowns. And of course, he was awarded the Biletnikoff Award, which means he was the best wide receiver in the nation. So Lincoln Riley is literally building an elite team out of transfers. And a lot of people are saying that if Jordan Addison does go to USC, that's bad news for the Pac-12. I agree with that in the fact that it's bad news for the Pac-12 as far as the rest of the teams not named USC. They might be flat out unbeatable. I mean, they have a lot of talent there now, not gonna lie. But I will say it could also be good for the Pac-12 because the Pac-12 might actually be relevant this year if USC does get Jordan Addison and their offense is unstoppable and USC gets to the playoffs and the Pac-12 is represented in the playoffs again for the first time in 6 years. So yes, it's bad for the Pac-12 for the teams not named USC, but it's also good for the Pac-12 for the teams not named USC because you'll be represented in the playoffs if that offense becomes unstoppable. There's always 2 sides to the story, guys. But on the flip side of the coin, man, if Jordan Addison goes to Alabama, game over, guys. Game over. Alabama, national champs. I already think that Alabama's going to have a great season, probably a historical season. That defense is going to be amazing. Of course, Bryce Young won the Heisman Trophy last year. You add Jordan Addison to the mix, and you're not going to stop Alabama. And if Jordan Addison does join Alabama, nobody's getting within 14 points. It's not going to happen. Sorry. That combo of Bryce Young and Jordan Addison, that's something we probably haven't seen in a very long time. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a coincidence that Jordan Addison's top 3 choices are USC, Alabama, and Texas. Why do I say that? Well, it's because Texas right now has the number 8 class in the transfer portal for 2022. They have the 4-star wide receiver Hall, the 4-star tight end Billingsley, the 4-star wide receiver Neyor, and the 5-star quarterback Quinn Ewers, who's from Ohio State. What about Alabama? They have the number 5 transfer class for 2022. The 4-star wide receiver Harrell, the 4-star wide receiver Jermaine Burton, the 4-star offensive tackle Tyler Sling, the 4-star running back Jahmyr Gibbs, and the 5-star quarterback Eli Ricks. And then there's USC, the #1 overall class for the transfer portal in 2022. The 4-star linebacker Gentry, they just got him this past weekend. The 4-star running back Travis Dye out of Oregon. The 4-star cornerback McCutcheon. The 4-star wide receiver Mario Williams from Oklahoma. The 4-star wide receiver Brendan Reed. And the 5-star quarterback Caleb Williams, also from Oklahoma. I'd say USC might have an unstoppable offense even if they don't get Jordan Addison. But if they do get Jordan Addison, if USC doesn't win the Pac-12, then that would probably be the biggest flop of all time. With that much talent and not winning a lesser conference like the Pac-12, no offense Pac-12, but you know it's true, that would be a travesty, and the entire nation would be laughing at USC, and especially Lincoln Riley. Because you know whether Jordan Addison goes to Alabama or not, they're going to win the SEC this year, probably go undefeated, and get to the playoffs. You add him to the mix, and Alabama's pretty much unstoppable. You're not going to laugh at Alabama no matter what, whether they get him or not. Texas, you're probably going to laugh at them no matter what, because they don't know what to do with the talent anyways. Jordan Addison, don't go to Texas. That's a waste of your time. I do have to admit that this situation makes me smile. Why? Because West Virginia has had issues with the transfer portal. Hakeem Mesler, that was the biggest hit for West Virginia. And I was mad. But finally, some things are starting to go our way. #1, we got Graham Harrell, our offensive coordinator. He got JT Daniels because of their relationship. And now Pitt loses their best wide receiver. So my confidence for the Backyard Brawl keeps going higher and higher and higher. And I know the nerves of Talk is Pitt are getting a little more serious here recently. By the way, get better soon, bud. I know you're dealing with some things right now. Hopefully you're ready for the Backyard Brawl because I'm really looking forward to that game. But buddy, you might want to start warming up your pipes and learning the lyrics to Country Roads, because looks like the chances of West Virginia beating Pitt, maybe convincingly, are getting higher and higher and higher. Don't get me wrong, Pitt's still going to have a good defense, but West Virginia also has a good defense. And with the loss of Jordan Addison, I think West Virginia's offense is going to be much better than Pitt's. So I feel your pain, Pitt fans. I really do. But only for like 5 seconds, guys. But man, that really helps our chances of beating you on the Backyard Brawl. So I can't say that I'm not happy about the situation, because I really am. I'm really happy about the situation, actually. Finally, things going the way of West Virginia. Having said all that, there has to be some rules put in place to start regulating this situation, because this is getting out of control. It's basically turning into pay for play. Whoever has the highest amount of money, that's who's going to get the best players. And if you want to retain players, you're going to have to outbid the team that wants your player. That's what it is right now. So rules need to be put in place, because this might actually be worse than the NFL. So y'all let me know in the comments section, do you think Jordan Addison ends up at USC, Alabama, and I guess Texas is still in the mix? He still has a slight chance of staying at Pitt, so I guess I'll put that in the question as well. Do you think he'll stay at Pitt? I don't think so. I think it's between USC and Alabama. Can't wait to see your comments on this one. This is going to be a good one. Backyard Brawl 2022 is going to be West Virginia's, I'm telling you right now. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.